In that we have discussed mainly $get, $post. So I told $get, $post and $request array. Okay, what is the one more method we have discussed? One more type of array.
$server.
Yes, very good. So $server. So these are the different super global arrays we have discussed. So there are some more super global arrays we will discuss in today's class, mainly with respect to file. Normally when you fill any of the registration form, okay, or so nowadays most of the information we are collecting online, okay. So even it requires to upload some of the information or the document, okay, when you are filling the form. So whenever you are uploading any document, so there are a lot of conditions specified. Can you name what are the conditions they will normally specify? See, day to day in life, everybody will be using those type of applications. So I want the answer. What are the normal conditions they will set with respect to file information? When you want to upload any file, what are the normal conditions they will set? Who knows the answer? You can just quickly answer it, because so many times you are filling the forms, no? Even for test or some other document, we used to ask you people to upload. So normally what are the conditions will specify? Don't know? Yes, someone. Normally it will be very specific with respect to the file type. Yes or no? Many times last semester we used to tell you people to upload the file in Google form. Okay, what was the condition we used to give? The file type should be in PDF. And also in some applications, okay, when you are applying for some exams, if you want to upload a photo, okay, there will be a, so these are the conditions you need to check before uploading the data. Okay, so when all the conditions are satisfied, then only your files will be stored at the or sent to the server. Okay, otherwise you will be getting the corresponding error. Okay, if they have given condition that you have to upload PDF file, and if you are trying to upload a document extension with a doc, okay, doc, you will get immediate error. Okay, this file is not supported. Or if the size is limited to 10 MB, and if your file is exceeding to that, so for that also you will get an to modify and upload the correct. Working with the file in C programming. Okay, what are the functions are used? What are the different modes in which you can open the file and you can read the data, or you can write the data? What are the modes of operations? Okay, all this we are going to learn. And depending on the requirement, you should be able to use these functions. So how was the test? Any difficult part you felt? What were the questions I have given? Can you tell? Any questions you felt difficult? So today we'll just go and explore $file. So what is this $file? Indicates array of file items uploaded to the server. Okay. So what are the possible? This is when I tell array. Okay, it will be similar to server. Okay, $server array. So where it has stored key and corresponding value. Okay, that is associative array. Similarly, here also for file, it is storing the information in the form of associative array. Okay, so we'll see what and all items or the key values are there, and we'll try to fetch the value associated with those keys. Okay, so today we'll just focus on to that. So this is all done. So you need to try to execute it. Okay, then only we'll understand. So first I'll go in brief about the theory part. Then later I will be just executing and showing all these file operations. Okay. So here files. Let me just correct this. Okay, file array $. I think instead of using your small case, it should be capital. File array. Okay, it is an associative array. So $files associative array contains items that have been uploaded to the current script. Okay, so whenever if you want to design your application to read some get the document information from the user, so in such case you are going to use this array. Okay, so this is associated with a input type is equal to file. Okay, so in the previous classes we have just taken button, input type, text, all those things. Okay, so now we are going to work with the input type is equal to file. because this is mainly with respect to files, uploading the files. So create a user interface for uploading a file from the client to the server. That means you are going to get document or the file information and file from the client, and that will be sent to the server. Okay, and it is stored at the server database. So a server script must process the upload files in some way. Okay, so whatever the file, once you have given like this and upload option, okay, so whatever the details it is applied to this file information should be stored somewhere else. Okay, so that file, complete file information, type, okay, what is the extension used, what is the size of file, so everything, as all this information with respect to file, it is stored in an associative array called $files. Okay, it is an array that will be containing the complete information about the uploaded file, and we'll write a small script to check what and all key and value associated with this array $files. Okay, so HTML required for file upload normally. So this is going to happen here when you want to set up for a upload file. So you have to follow some of the steps. Okay, so we'll just go through those steps. To allow user to upload files, there are some specific things you must to do. Okay, it is not just giving input type is equal to file and upload button. No, it's not enough. You have to specify some additional information. Okay, what are those additional information? So you must ensure that the HTML form uses HTTP post method. Are you getting? So when you are going for file operations, the method used here, it should be post. That is the first condition. Okay, why? Because since transmitting file through URL is not possible. Okay, so the content, whatever it is there in the file, completely we cannot. Normally if it is get method, the values are passed through the URL. Okay, so that is not possible using get method. Okay, so that's why you have to specify when you are creating a form, the method should be post. Okay, that is the first point you need to remember whenever you are working with the files. Then second one, you must add one additional attribute. Okay, normally what we have done, so form, okay, then you will be specifying method and also action. Okay, in addition to that, you need to add one more attribute called encryption type. Okay, enc type is equal to multi-part / form data. Okay, so this is the attribute, you need to add it. So attribute to the HTML form that performing the upload, so that HTTP request can submit the multiple piece of data. Okay, so that is indicating it will be transmitting the data in the form of small piece of data. So for that you need to, this is one type of encryption method. So where you have to specify. Then HTTP post body. Okay, so all the details of this file information, it is attached to the HTTP post body. So we'll just see how to specify this. So here there is an example. So form, encryption type, you need to specify multi-part, indicating so you're going to send pieces of data, not at a time. Okay, so form data, this is a value for this attribute. Then method post. Then input type is equal to file and name is equal to, you can just give anything, file1. Here they have given ID is equal to file1. Then input type is equal to submit. Okay, you just create this and check what you are going to get. Okay, you are going to get one file uploading option where you have to browse the file and followed by submit button. Okay, I will just execute all this code. Okay, once I cover all the important points with respect to file operations. Okay, so now after doing this, what you can do is you can just write a PHP code. Okay, you can just write a PHP code, and in that you can try to access this $files array. Okay, with the help of this you can get all the information of the file. Okay, the corresponding PHP file responsible for handling upload. Okay, upload will utilize the super global array. So now when you browse a particular file and if you want to upload that, so there in PHP you can write a set of conditions. Not necessarily PHP, you can write a JavaScript also. So with the help of this $files, you can try to access what is the type and you can specify the condition. So the type of file should be PDF. If it is other than that, let it give error message. Okay, so like that you can just add a script for error handling. Okay, JavaScript you can write. So this array will contain key value pair for each of file uploaded in the post. Okay, I told this it is an associative array. So $files. So in this it will be having information in the form of key value pairs. So are you people are understanding? So if any queries you can just stop me. I will repeat. So here the key for each element will be the name attribute from the HTML form. Okay. So whatever the key it is going to take, it is the details, it is part of HTML form. So while the values will be an array containing information about the file as well as the file itself. Okay. So the values, it depends on what file you are going to upload. So accordingly it is going to set the values. So one is name. Okay, you can access the name of the file, you can access the type of the, so this is going to give the location, okay, where the file is going to be uploaded. Okay, temporary name, so this is going to give the location. Then in case if any error, so that can be stored in this particular key, and what is the size of the file. Okay, these are all the keys. Okay, name, type name, okay, error and size. So now you can make use of these keys and you can write any conditions. Okay, you can access type and you can specify the type of whatever the file it is uploaded by the user. Is it in PDF? Okay, if you are specific with respect to that, or you can just check with all other different types. In case if it is not matching with the type, so it requires to echo some particular information, error information to the user, so to correct it. Is it clear? So mainly focus on to this type name, error and size. Later once you know these are the keys of this file array. Okay, later you can just try to access these values and you can compare with the predefined condition what you want. Accordingly the operation can be performed. Even file size. Okay, sometimes we are going to give a specific condition that it should be, the file should not exceed 5 MB or 10 MB. Okay, in such case you need to make use of this key and check the condition. Is it exceeding the size what you have specified? Then give error message. Okay, if it is not exceeding, so it will continue with the execution. Okay, so let's discuss those keys in detail. So here name is a string containing full file name used on the client machine. That means what file you are going to upload, no? So that particular file name it is going to store, including any file extension. Okay, whatever the file extension you are going to give, either .pdf, .jpeg, so all different extension it is going to store along with the name. So it does not include file path on the client machine. So here it is not going to contain any file path. It is going to just specify the name of the file with extension. Okay. Next, type. So type indicates so what type of the file the user is uploaded. So this value provided by the client browser and is therefore not reliable field. Okay. So it is not reliable field means sometimes it requires to go for error checking the conditions. Okay, so the user may, without reading the condition, the user may upload any type of file. Okay, that's why it is given as not reliable. That means you have to take care of the type of file the user is uploading. That means you need to write, okay, as a developer you need to write a proper conditions for checking the type of file. Then temp name is full path of the location on your server where the file is being temporarily stored. Okay, it is going to give the location, okay, where the file is stored, okay, in the server, the location information where the file once you upload, where it is going to be located. So if I do this, in my system. Okay, so it will be showing the local path where I have stored that file. Okay, when you are working with the real time, so it will give the actual the file location at the server side where it is located. The file will cease to exist upon termination of the script. Okay, so next error. So what type of error it may occur when you are uploading file? So it is an integer. It is going to return an integer that encodes many possible errors. Okay, so we'll look into this in detail. Depending on what is the value it is going to return, based on that you will come to know that the type of error is occurring. Okay, so is to set upload error okay. Okay, in case if integer value set is 0, it indicates that upload error is okay. Okay, that means there is no issues with the uploading. Okay, if the file was uploaded successfully, in that case it is going to return an integer value to this particular variable, to this particular key. And you can check what is the value stored in this, because it is an associative array. When you specify file of error, files of dollar, files of error, you will be able to get what is the integer value. If it is 0, it indicates that uploading is done successfully. Then size. Okay, so once again size is an integer representing the size in bytes. Okay, so the file size it is going to be represented in bytes of file uploaded. So what you have to do for writing code, so whatever I have explained now, to access all this, just listen here. We'll do this program. That is, first you have to create form. I told this is must encryption type. Okay, enc type is equal to multi-part / form data. So because of this attribute, you can see how the data is represented in the HTTP post. Okay, the data is encrypted. Okay, then method used here is post, and action is where you are going to, okay, when you are submitting this file, okay, after uploading, so where exactly, which script it has to execute. Okay, that is upfile.php. It is going to execute this script, server side script, what it has to perform once the user is submitted the file. Okay, so input type is equal to file, and name you can give file1. So this I have already explained in the previous slide. So this is at the client side, and once you run the code, you will be able to get this. Okay, there was a text, it is not text box actually, it is a input type file. If you click on browse, okay, it will ask for selecting the file from your local system, okay, local drive, and yeah, it will just accept it, whatever the file you are going to, if you want to upload it. Okay, once you click on submit, okay, once you click on submit, so this complete information and the file information is passed using HTTP request, using post method. Okay, it is not going to send this using URL, no, because you are using post method. It will be transferred in the form of HTTP post. So now you can just see the uploaded file, how it looks like in the form of HTTP request. Okay, this is encrypted. You may not understand what is the content that is present in this file. Okay, so now if you want to know some of the information about the uploaded file, okay, when you click on submit query about the file, it is stored in $files. Okay, $files. So now you can just try to access that files array, echo $files. I told it is an array. Okay, file1. So what is file1? Whatever the name you have given no here, so that name it is going to display. Okay, this is key, and this is what is the name of the file you are going to access. Okay, the output depending on what file you uploaded here, so that file name it is going to display. Similarly, $echo files, file1. Okay, type, what is the type? Okay, you can just see the extension .png. Okay, so that is the image. You can just see the output you are going to get in the browser is image / then $files, okay, file1, and the key for this is temp file. Okay, that is the location where exactly this file is uploaded. So that location it is going to display. Then if you want to know what is the error condition, it is return the integer value. Okay, so if it is returned 0, it indicates that file is uploaded successfully. Then size. Okay, so size of the file, it is returned in terms of bytes. Is it clear, this complete information? So when you upload this, if you want to know the information about the file, you can just try to access dollar files. Even if you just put here echo dollar files, okay, automatically it will display all the different keys associated with the files. So here I am just showing one by one. So here you can just observe error code. So one, we have already seen that if it is written 0, so it indicates that upload was successful. If it returns 1, the uploaded file exceeds the uploaded max file size directive. Okay, so that means with respect to the size, it is exceeding the specified size when it returns 1. If it returns 0, so uploaded file exceeds the max file size directive that was specified in the HTML form. Okay, so here you are comparing directly with particular directive, that is php.ini. Okay, this is one type of file. You are just comparing with this file size with the uploaded one. So in such cases, if it is exceeding, you are specifying, or you are going to get the return value for error is 1. Okay, so this is with respect to the file where you are going to specify max file size. Okay, how many bytes it should be. So in case if your uploaded file is exceeding this max file size, so the error is going to be displayed with the return value 2. Similarly 3, okay, if it returns value 3, it indicates that the file was partially uploaded. That means your file is not completely uploaded. So there are some error in uploading. The meaning of that is, so there is an error, your file is not completely uploaded. So you can just check it, this particular key, what is the value written, to understand the status of the file uploading. Similarly, you can just check with the 4. Okay, 4 indicates no file was uploaded. Okay, if return value if it is 4, it indicates that no file is uploaded. Okay, then 6, okay, missing the temporary folder. Okay, so in case if the folder where you want to store, okay, if it is not, that particular temporary folder, if it is not available, okay, in such case the integer value returned is 6. Then fail to write to disk. In case, say, write to disk means when you are uploading, it has to be stored into the disk, no? So if it is failed to store into the disk, the error returned is 7. Okay, so even though it is satisfied with all these conditions, if it is written 7, it indicates that it is unable to write the file into the disk. Then upload error extension. Okay, a PHP extension stops the upload. Okay, so that means this is also like unable to upload the file. Okay, unable to upload the file due to some particular extension, the file extension is not matching. Okay, so if you want to check all these cases, okay, if you want to know why it is not uploading, due to what error the file is not uploaded, if you want to check this, okay, you need to write a script, a small script, okay, where you can use for each, similar to the $server, no? $server, how we wrote one small looping statement to access all the elements. Similarly, here also you can just do that. For each $files as $file keys is equal to $file array. Okay, so you can just write here $file array. Okay, $file array of error is not equal to upload error okay. Okay, you are just checking that this condition is satisfied or not, to check the file is uploaded successfully or not. Okay, in case if it is not equal to upload error okay, it indicates that there is some error. Okay, there is some error. So that error you can try to display here. Error, okay, file key, that is error, as error. Okay, what is the error value it is returned? Okay, so that it is going to display here. Okay, why it is not uploading the file? So due to some error, so that error you are trying to display. Okay, so if there is an error, see these are the like conditions, always you need to add it. It is not just create button and upload the file. No, all possible error condition you need to specify in your script. Okay, normally the user will be knowingly or unknowingly, the user may do the mistakes, but your script should take care of all those things. Okay, so first check, is it any error with respect to the file? If no error, okay, then it should echo the message that echo $file key uploaded successfully. Okay, so you need to give the message once all the conditions are satisfied without any error. Okay, it should display the message uploaded successfully. Normally you will get if the type and the size, if it is specified properly from your side, okay, you will be getting the message the file uploaded successfully. So like that you can just check it even for all other conditions. So here mainly we are checking with the error. Okay, if there is no error, then you have to display the upload successfully. Next, okay, next there is a piece of code that tells about what should be the maximum size of the file. Okay, so this is very, very important now. So whenever if you are uploading your image, okay, in any of the application, so it will specify what should be the size of your image. Okay, if it is exceeding, then once again you have to give the error message to the user to correct it. Okay, so without writing the code for handling the errors, it is not complete. Okay, it is not complete. Even the user may unable to understand what is the problem, why it is not uploading. There are three main mechanisms for maintaining uploaded file size restriction. Okay, one is via HTML in the input form. Okay, you can restrict the size of the file in the form itself, input form itself, or you can just write JavaScript in the input form. Okay, so you can write a script, a small script, where it will be checking the size of the file. If it is exceeding, so it should echo the message. Okay, it should echo the message to the user, it is exceeding the file size via PHP code. Okay, the same thing you can do it in PHP code also. Okay, so here you can just observe. This is done using form. Okay, HTML form. So input type is equal to hidden, name is equal to max file size, and value is equal to how many bytes it is. Whatever the file size you want to specify here, you can specify it. Okay, but it should be in terms of bytes. And this value, it is going to compare with what is the file you are going to upload. Okay, for that you need to write the script. So input type is equal to file, then name is equal to file, and input type submit. Okay, this is a simple form you are going to create. Later you are going to write. So in that JavaScript you need to check what is the file size. So script, you can just start with the script. File is equal to document.getElement by ID. Okay, that means whatever the file size it is entered here, so that you are going to read using .getElement by ID. Then create another variable called max size, document.getElement by ID, max file size. Okay, so from where you are getting this, so that is entered here. Okay, so this value you are going to compare dot value, and that is stored into a variable called max size. So now you need to check the condition. Okay, is it exceeding the file size or not? You can check that is file.files and file.files.length is equal to 1. First you need to check for the condition, is it the length of the file is equal to 1? Okay, if it is yes, at least the size should be, length should be 1, then only we will be just checking the maximum size. Okay, if it is 0, then it is meaningless. Okay, then you are going to check for the actual file size, is it exceeding the max size. So what is the max size I have specified in the form? Okay, so this value it is going to consider. So you just try to execute this code. Okay, create this form and try to execute this code. Okay, it may be getting late for the next class. I will just stop here and we'll execute this code in the next class.